This is Overbrew. It's an incremental upgrade style game where you have to concoct a potion in order to try and rebuild and upgrade buildings. So, what can we do? The first thing that we can do is build ourselves a salt mine. Cool, let's get ourselves a salt mine built. Obviously, this can all be upgraded. We can buy another salt mine, we can check out the stats, etc. Each building will contribute to the brew in some way. The salt mine will provide substance. Okay, that's cool. We are happy with this. We're getting 3 substance each and every time that little, I guess that little guy up on the pillar mines a little bit of salt, which is grand. Now, at the present moment, we can upgrade the salt mine, but it's going to require 1 elixir potion. We don't have that yet, created when the brew levels up, but we can now get a moral farm. Moral mushrooms provide 3 elixir when added to the brew. Excellent, let's do that. So, that is just going to be built right on over here. Elixir fills up the bar up at the top. Once full, it provides an elixir potion. These are used to upgrade buildings. Very, very cool. Okay, how much elixir do we get? It looks like it's 3... Looks like it's 3 bits per... Yeah, 3 bits per elixir thingy, so that's good. And so are we just going to get 1 elixir potion when this is completely filled? I guess that is the case. So how many other buildings are available? Quite a few other buildings, to be fair. Definitely looks like I can nab another salt mine here. Is that going to be the first thing that we get? I'm thinking that it probably is. I mean, the rice farm is 120. Rice farms produce rice. When rice is added to the brew, it will provide 3 elixir. Okay, so another source of elixir. Let's go and see if we can try and get another salt mine up and running. Very nice. And I guess with our next... Our next upgrade, we could either build a second moral farm, or... could get another salt mine. Another salt mine. It does look like it takes slightly longer to get the brew leveled up each and every time, but I think that's okay. I think we're okay with things. Let's get a 3rd salt mine. I think that's the best. That's the best play that we can currently foresee. Looks like each and every one of these salt mines still gives us more salt mines too, and we can build more salt mines. Okay. That's cool. Well, we've almost got the next level of elixir, which I'm not going to take quite yet. What I think I would like to get this. I want to see where the pillar's going to get built. I'm not quite sure. But what I want to get first is the rice farm. We might as well. It looks like 400 substance is required for the orchard. The rice farm, okay, what is this going to give us? Another rice farm, starchy rice. Rice will apply 0.1 starchy to the brew. Increases the amount of substance produced by ingredients per 1 stack. Yeah, what does that mean? Let's buy it. Let's buy it and find out. Certain buildings can apply effects to the brew. Effects will appear right below the elixir. Okay, great. So we just get, is that more bang for our buck substance-wise? Is that what I'm seeing? Is that what I'm thinking? Increases the amount of substance produced by ingredients by 1 per stack. Not sure. Not sure. That's okay, though. We're okay with this. Let's get another salt mine. I don't know where the heck it's going to get built. It's going to get built above the original one. Okay, that's cool. So base substance gain, starchy effect at the moment is +0. So when this hits 1, I'm presuming that's going to give us the extra pile bonus. It's a little bit of a strange way of wording it, but if that's the case, then that is totally fine. Starchy rice. Let's get more starchy rice. Sure. Let's do it. So this is just going to give us more starchy rice, and now, yep, we are starting to get 4 substance gain per each and every little sort of delivery of salt there from the salt mines. Okay, that's cool. We're well on our way to orchard. There's nothing else that we could spend our substance on. That is looking fine, and each and every time the rice farm is delivering, we are getting a pretty decent amount, to be honest. So yeah, we're getting that elixir progress, which is quite nice, or whatever it's called, brew level, and we're also getting the starchiness, which is very, very nice. And that starchiness is about to give us, there we go, +5 substance each and every time. Okay, secondary rice farm. I think that's our priority now. Is there any reason to upgrade the mushroom farm? I actually don't think there is. It's just objectively worse in every way than getting another rice farm. Because we still get the 3 elixir, which is perfect. But we also get the starchy bonus as well, which is just great. Although it does look like the starchy bonus does sort of decrease. So we might only be able to get it sort of up to a natural capping point. That's fine, though. Right, another rice farm. Yes, please. That would be fantastic. And let's see if the orchard is going to be any good. I somehow suspect that the orchard will be much better than the salt mine in pretty much every single way. So I guess let's see. Right, adds a floor to the orchard. Fine. You do... Great, ingredient chart at the top left. What do we got? Okay, that's nice. So substance coming in, elixir coming in from the rice farm. Yep, that's pretty... 69. Nice. It's pretty much exactly as we thought. Right. The orchard will apply 0.1 nutritious to the brew. Increases the amount of elixir produced by ingredients per 1 stack. Yeah, I think that's better. Is that what I want? Or do... Maybe I just... Maybe I hold fire on that for a little second and just nab 2 more rice farms. I mean, I strongly suspect aqueducts will produce substance. Yeah, so this is the best way that we have of producing a decent amount of elixir in the short term. But that being said, I mean, there's nothing terrible about moral farms. They're just not as good as rice farms. So that's what we gotta focus on. Right, let's indeed check out nutrition, because it would be really nice to get a lovely little elixir bonus. We're getting plus 8 substance now. That feels like a really, really decent amount. So plus 4 point something pretty consistently to each and every one of our sort of regular old stacks. An extra floor for the orchard. Yeah, probably going to need to get another floor. Probably going to need to get another floor if we're going to want to hit the elixir amount. That would be good, though. I mean, effectively... Yeah, in fact, it's actually a bigger percentage. So we get... nutrition would give us more as a percentage of what we get than the substance upgrade. Because we get 4 substance by default, whereas this, it's 3 for the elixir. So if we increase by 1, then we're getting a 33% boost as opposed to only a 25% boost from the substance. Not like it particularly matters, it's just something to keep in mind. That's okay. Right, is it time for another orchard? Is it time for another rice farm? I think it might be time for another rice farm, you know. And in fact, I think I want to get 2 rice farms. Let's do it. We'll give the witch the opportunity to build 2 farms at once, which will hopefully save on commuting time and will allow me to accelerate my progress towards the next elixir level. I think, honestly, I just want to keep on investing in rice farms right now. I mean, the fact that we're getting an extra 2 elixir per is really, really good. And actually, I feel like we should just keep this pace up. What is the upgrade? The upgrade is 1,500 for the aqueduct. So I shouldn't be upgrading the salt mine because the aqueduct is going to be more beneficial for us. So that's good. But this, I think, is still a sensible investment for us to make. Okay. Rice farms are now in a really good place. I feel like we're gaining loads and loads of elixir. Let's see if we can try and increase starchy rice, and we can try and progress towards that aqueduct just that little bit more quickly. I'm also thinking that I want to pick up some more nutrition as well. We'll get 2 upgrades to starchy rice. That's going to give me some real pace here, I hope. Doesn't look like I can destroy these things. Yeah, although that's affected by the nutritious gain, which is kind of cool. Right, aqueduct time. Let's do it. Let's do it, and let's see what you have got. Ooh, that's very nice. Very nice indeed. More aqueducts. We can enrich. Enrich. What will enrichment do? Provide water to the moral farm, buffing it with 0.1 enrich. Increases the resources gained from ingredients by 2 per stack. Okay, so it turns out the moral farm would actually be good in this case, but that's okay. A hollow is going to give us 5,000. Well, you know what? Now I feel like I want to go for enrich, And I want to get some more moral farms. I'm sorry. I should have trusted. I should have trusted in the mushrooms. Don't get me wrong though. I think it's still not as good as the farm, just because of the sheer amount of substance that we can get. Buffs, there we go, 0.4 per stack. Unfortunately, I don't think we get a bonus of, 0.4. Get that, and then we'll probably get this upgraded here. Yeah, I don't think we get the 0.4, the 0.7. We need to get a full 1 before we get anything. But as soon as we hit level 1 here, then that's going to give us 7, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, there we go. 7 elixir coming through here. Yeah, okay. So, Moral Farm, you are the dream. That is really, really good. Okay, another aqueduct. Let's do it. I don't know where the aqueduct's going to get built. Up or across? Definitely up. Oh, and it trickles down. That's quite satisfying. Okay. Yeah, I think I'd like more, to be honest. More aqueducts. More aqueducts seem like a good little thing to do. Let's get one more aqueduct, and then let's return. Here we go. We're up to 2.5. How much are we getting then? We're getting 9. Oh, boy, that is good. That is good. So, a further level of moral enrichment? I think so, to be honest. I kind of oscillate between wanting to get elixir leveled up and then wanting to, increase the amount of substance that I get. I mean, we do get 5. We do get 5 substance from these things. Base is 5. Yeah, I don't know how it's recorded though. It's kind of a bit weird because we don't see it produced and it doesn't sort of like leap in. I presume it just sort of adds to the little puddle. At source there. That's fine though. Let's keep the good times going, and let's get ourselves another aqueduct, again, to support the moral farm. That's 13 elixir now. That is quite a lot. That feels like a lot. Feels like I'm kind of slacking on the substance front, but, I'm building more aqueducts, and building more aqueducts gives me what I'm after. Let's also maybe see if we can try and get some more starchy rice. I haven't improved the starchiness for a while. So we'll do that. Nutrition. Do I care about the nutrition? Yeah, I do care about nutrition, actually. I care about everything. God, I mean, the thing that I love about BREW, this is a game, by the way, made by BREW. Very sort of similar to Tower Wizard. The Tower Wizard game, which was, I just enjoyed the absolute heck out of that one, to be honest. Very sort of similar visually, really great vibe, really great understanding of what makes a great upgrade game actually work. So I'm a big fan. Is this a cap? Is it a cap, or does the decimal point number just stop after we get to 10? That is honestly not something that I'm totally sure about. Either way, an extra level into nutrition, that will help out. That will get us, I mean, loads more elixir, to be honest with you. And that will help us reach new levels. All that a little bit quicker. Wow, look at that. 572 coming from the aqueduct. I mean, I kind of expected that, to be honest with you. The base number is higher. So the base substance gain is 3 here. The base substance gain is 5 here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is 5. So, plus the bonuses, we end up getting way more from the aqueduct. But I didn't expect it to be, to be quite that big. Right, another aqueduct, I think. Another aqueduct. And then we're going to get enrichment, I think. Is that what we want? I mean, maybe we don't want enrichment. Maybe we just get another moral farm. Yeah, because of course we can enrich it. Either way, let's get the hollow. An altar. Okay, hollows will produce 6 substance, so immediately better than this sucker over here, the aqueduct. Right, more hollows. Life force. Hollows will apply 0.1 living to the brew. Increases resources gained from all biological ingredients by 15% per stack. So, what is a biological ingredient? It's not the salt mine, that is elemental. You are biological. You are also biological, and you are also biological. So, yeah, it's pretty much a no-brainer. And that will pop right in there, which I think is very good, in fact. Very, very good. So yeah, you produce substance, you and you both produce elixir. So what this will do is when we hit it, when we do eventually hit one full, you know, sort of source of living, that will improve our elixir count a lot, but it will also improve our substance account by, you know, our substance count by just a little bit. It's nice to do, I think. And a secondary hollow. Yeah, I think I'll take a secondary hollow here, which is good. Okay, so this is a magical building type. There you go. Apparently. Starchy effect. Yep. We're going to get 16 substance, which is slightly, ever so slightly better than what we're going to be getting here, which is absolutely fine. Does kind of look like this is at the cap, although it could just be the case that we've not actually pushed it that much higher. Right. Another orchard upgrades. Yeah, don't mind if I do. That will have the added bonus of adding a little bit of extra nutrition into the pot as well. I mean, it doesn't seem like there is any sort of clear advantage to doing any one specific build. Maybe that will become clear later on, but it does sort of seem... let's do one more hollow. Sure. Yeah, it doesn't sort of seem... Doesn't seem overly complicated. It doesn't seem like we should be going down one specific route. I do want to see... Oh, I think that did just hit 11, didn't it? I think that did hit 11. There it is. It absolutely did. Okay, so it's not capped at 10 then. That's good to note. That is good to note. Let's get another hollow, because hollows will eventually replace the aqueduct, just in terms of the amount of substance that it's able to produce. We're up to a rate of 2,100 per minute. I'm thinking that we haven't increased the starchiness in a while. Yeah, you know what? Let's do starchy. I mean, if we're consistently hitting 10, we could consistently be hitting 11, and if we could consistently be hitting 11, then we could consistently be hitting just a little bit more than that. So, yeah, that is what we will do. Yeah, with our next upgrade. What did I say the next... What did I say the next thing was? 15,000. Grants access to powerful blessings. It looks like there's one more building after that. It looks like there's two more over here, so... That's kind of interesting. More starchy rice? Yeah, I'll take more starchy rice. Let's do it, and let's hope that this... I mean, I hope nobody's actually eating this brew, because it is well and truly overbrewed. I feel like there are far too many ingredients for it to be, you know, even close to tasty. Let's get one more right here. Great. That will give me a little bit of extra life, and that will give me an extra 15% production. I presume it's going to give me... I don't know if it gives me an extra 15% production on the nutrition, but it definitely gives me the... I mean, that's a huge amount of substance that we're gaining. That's really, really good. Yeah, 19. Yeah, it's absolutely worthwhile. Absolutely worthwhile doing. I think I just want to keep buying life force upgrades, keep buying hollow upgrades. The hollow it's basically there. To be honest with you, it's basically there already. One more hollow, and we will be producing more than... Yeah, already. It literally already happened. We're producing more than the aqueduct. Great. Yeah, I just kind of regret that maybe I should have not invested as heavily in the salt mine. But, you know, that's the early game for you. You know, you need to make sure that you're careful not to go too hard into any one category. But that's pretty decent. Right, up to 3,500 maybe with that change. I want to see what the altar is. The altar could very well be the prestige mechanic. That's kind of what I'm thinking at the moment. But no guarantees. I love this life force stuff. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's so darn good, and it's so darn good, and I would very much like to get just that little bit more life force to push us over comfortably into 6. I mean, I love anything that gives you a percentage-based increase is just so powerful. Right, let's get the altar. Ooh, other side. Okay, allows you to prestige. Will let you choose which blessings to grab next run. Prestige will reset all upgrades that cost elixir, but not any substance upgrades. Reset all upgrades that cost elixir. So basically all of the buildings, but it won't get rid of the buildings. Okay, that's worth noting. So if we prestige now, we'd get 2 points. So very, very similar to Tower Wizard. So we unlock at 4 blessings. So what would we get here? Salt Mine gains an additional upgrade that increases its base substance gain. Yeah, that's good. I mean, we get it as a default anyway. Hidden until the above blessings are locked. Multiplies resources gained from biological buildings by 2. Multiplies resource gain from elemental buildings. Moral Farm and the Rice Farm will throw 2 times more ingredients into the brew. That upgrade seems absolutely busted. And then probably this upgrade as well, because I mean most things are biological. I think you're elemental, aren't you? Yeah, you're elemental, you're magical, so you don't count. So biological is still 1, 2, 3, which I think is really, really good. I'm thinking that I don't want to prestige quite yet. I think the Fire Temple is a little bit of a ways away. 18 minutes to get to the next milestone. That's a bit much. That's a bit much. Starchy rice. Give me more hollows. Give me more hollows. Give me more life force. More hollows, and life force. That is good. Yeah, the real question is, when do we want to prestige? I think that the real answer to that question, I would really like to prestige with a 3rd point. But I feel like if I do that... Moral Farm. Sure. Buy some more of these. Look at this. This is crazy. Final elixir gain is 40. That is absolutely bonkers. That is really, really good. And what's the elixir gain here? It's only 13, but you know, we're feeding into the nutrition. So I mean that could be 40 plus. 40 plus. I mean it could be 80. Am I being silly? I feel like we should maybe just prestige now. Let's do it. Yeah, okay. Prestige. So we get rid of all of the things. We unlock this as well, which is nice. Moral Farm and the Rice Farm will throw 2 times as many things in. We're also going to take the multiplication by biological. And let's see. You know, let's see if it works. Okay, so we get everything. Okay, so everything is at level 1. That's good. So what do we want? We want to deprioritize the salt mine. Absolutely do not want to go into the salt mine. We want to go into the Moral Farm. We want to go into the Rice Farm. Stay on Calc here. Yeah, so we want to get the Biological Blessing. And we also want to get the Abundant Harvest bonus. So that is just the Moral Farm and the Rice Farm. Fine. Let's get here, here. Moral Farm. Rice Farm. There we go. Forget the substance right now. Forget the substance right now. Although, ironically enough, we need to think about the substance soon. But we're not going to worry about that. We're not going to worry about that at the present moment. So, you will give me increases the amount of elixir produced. Yes, absolutely want that. Absolutely want that. Want way more nutrition. Because that is going to make an absolutely gigantic difference. There we go. Moral Farm. And then I don't need to worry about the starchy rice yet, even though I have bought a singular upgrade. I think we just want more orchards, to be honest, because that will have an absolutely sickeningly large impact, I feel. Just because it is just going to give us more elixir. We're going to just get this marvelous feedback loop, I hope. Right. You're going to enrich the Moral Farm as well. which I would very much like to do because the Moral Farm is going to give me production at a double rate, which is great. It's good. Okay. Life Force. Yep. Yep again. And Hollows. Sure. Okay, let's see how this ends up working out. Increases resources gained from all biological ingredients. And that's a lot of ingredients. That's a lot of ingredients. So we want to be hitting 80. Is it 80 on this one, or what was it? Yeah, it was 80 on 0.6. Come on. Yeah, we want to be hitting 80 on one of them. I can't remember which one it was that we were trying to hit. Moral enrichment 3. There we go. I feel like that's a really decent number of aqueducts. Yeah, that feels good. And you know the good thing about aqueducts is that they give us more, like way more stuff than the salt mine does. So that's good. Okay, we do not have anything that's really boosting our... This is so good. This is so good. Don't have anything that is boosting our substance yet. But that's fine. We will work towards that. Orchard. You know what? Yeah, let's go for 3 more orchards. And probably 1 more nutrition upgrade. I mean, what the heck? Do I want to do anything with farms? Kind of do, to be honest. But I kind of feel like... the priority is Life Force. Because Life Force is just so darn good. And we get bonuses from here. Bonuses from here. Bonuses from here. I mean, it literally pays for itself pretty much instantaneously. If we get it. Right, so... Prestige point, you're going to do less than 20 minutes. So we basically fought back all of our time. And if I start doing some improvements here, this will improve not only the amount of elixir that we're getting, which is just going to be great, you know, full stop, but it will also allow us to maybe get a few investments into Starchy. And Starchy will have a correspondingly large increase. There we go. To very, very rapidly dropping this time down, which is what I am interested in. Brew level 50. What were we last time? I feel like we weren't this high, but I'm not positive. Right, yeah, 7 minutes. Okay, that's good. That's fine. What are we getting now? 87, 90. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I feel like the value that we get for every single elixir is just, it's just so great. Right, let's do 1, 2. I wonder how high we can get the nutrition upgrades to go. Maybe up to 10? Maybe past 10? We can get them up to 10. That's fine. That's kind of what I anticipated. Let's see if we can try and get moral enrichment up to 10 as well. We'll see if we can do that. It should be, of course, made all the more easy by the fact that I, you know, have got an incredible amount of nutrition in this lovely, lovely brew. Less than 5 minutes. Yeah, that's because we've not improved any of our substance production. We have been solely focused on elixir stuff, which is a lovely problem to have. Right, you don't need anything. Is that 144? 152. Oh my goodness. And that's pretty much all from the... well, the living effect and the nutritious effect. Which we have maxed out both of them now. Great. Okay, Life Force... Are you next to max out? I kind of think you are, to be honest, because this will have an increase. This will have an increase in our substance as well, which is nice. You know what I'm thinking? Also, I know the salt mine gains the upgrade that increases its base substance gain. What is that upgrades? What is it? Base substance gain is 3. Oh, it's this. This is it. More salt essence increases the base substance gain from salt mines by 6. Okay, so we would get 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 plus 16. Or 9 plus 17, 26, basically. Whereas how much do we get from this? 22. And this we get 22 as well. So we would get technically more from the salt mine by a very, very, very small amount. Is that a large enough sort of discrepancy to worry? We go get that maxed out, by the way. I don't think it's a large enough discrepancy to worry about. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm misreading that. Maybe we should be going all in on salt. But I feel like if I'm just not that bothered about substance gain, maybe we just don't sweat the small stuff. But there's definitely a balance to be had, right? Let's get starchy rice maxed out now. Definitely a balance to be had, because you want to be, you want to be advancing the prestige mechanic. You want to be building, brand new, exciting buildings. But at the same time, you want, you want number to go burr. You want it to go all the way across the top of the screen as quickly as it possibly can. Just drawing your attention to the fact we've now maxed out starchy rice, we've maxed out nutrition, and we've maxed out moral enrichment, and there we go, we've maxed out life force. That is not too shabby. We're about to get the fire temple. When fire is added to the brew, it will produce 6 elixir. That's quite a lot. That feels like quite a lot. Let's nab it, and let's see what the fire temple has in store for us, shall we? We have got an eternal flame. Right. Irritatingly, that increases resources by elemental ingredients. That's you. So that would be substance if we wanted to get this upgraded, the aqueducts, but I haven't really invested much time, effort, and energy. What's the next upgrade after this? We've got a distillery at 100k, and we've got a light temple at 1,000,000. In terms of upgrades, we need to get one more. Enhanced morals. The moral farms gains an upgrade that increases its elixir gain. Well, that would be really, really handy right now. Effects will decay 2 times slower. The aqueduct will also apply the enrich buff to the rice farm and to the orchards. That could be worthwhile, as opposed to just the moral farm. Okay. 16,000 from the orchard. Holy cow, that's a lot. That is a lot. Build another fire temple. This gives me... What does this give me? Elixir gain? And you're elemental. Okay, so that will give me an elemental bonus for this. Let's buy 5 and then 5 temples. Sure, we'll experiment with it. We want to see how it works. Ooh, that does look pretty darn cool. It does look cool. Maybe I'll get this. Oh, I see. So it's 6 every time. Oh, that's pretty good. So the amount of substance that we can get from the salt mine is actually kind of crazy. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. I don't really regret being here, but I do feel like any sort of key upgrades that we can get to the salt mine now, that will be my main production source. 16,000 in the orchard, though, it's going to be very, very hard to overcome. 160 versus 84. Okay, forget the salt mine. I hate the salt mine. And I'm kind of all in on the orchard, I guess. I mean, unless... Fire temple will apply burning to the brew. Yeah, so what are we getting bonuses from? We're getting bonuses from this, this, and this. How much are you giving me? 68? It's still incredibly meh. Right, well, things have been running a little bit in the background. We've got a distillery. Distillery processes various elements to enhance the brew. Okay, where are you going to build? You're going to build right over here. Very nice. Aha! And this is going to give me some opportunities to spend some more substance. Okay, distillation can be performed on salt, on ingredients from the salt mine, and this is salt distillation. Distilled compounds. What the heck is that? Distillation. I mean, that's what's going to be happening in the distillery. Obviously, I understand that, but What will that mean in practice? Well, I don't know. I don't know. Looks like it's just the light temple that we need. 1 million, that's fine. And 11 minutes to get the prestige bonus. A-okay. I think we can make that work. Right. I would quite like to get more orchards, to be honest with you. I think that's really what we need. I don't think there's any real benefit to upgrading anything else. I think the salt mine is a great thing to upgrade, but I feel like we need to, you know, we need to plan a little bit more for it. Like, we need to get the elemental modifier before we're going to be able to, before we're able to get our real sort of true benefit from it. So until then, I think I'm just going to keep investing in the orchard. I think that's the overwhelming priority. Right, salt distillation, let's do it. Let's see how this works. Distillation, we get shadow distillation. Gain from distillation of ingredients. Total multiplier. The total multiplier is the product of all distillation multipliers. Multiplies resources gained for all ingredients. Okay. Okay, I mean, so this looks like 6 milliliters per second. That's what I'm currently seeing. And then do we get the... So yeah, does the total multiplier, for example, is that worked in... Yep, there we go. It's worked into the distillation multiplier. That is pretty darned cool. Okay. So what's our next upgrade? It's 100k. Doesn't look like we can upgrade these things more. We can upgrade a distillery, though. Distillation multipliers will decay 30% slower. Yeah, so presumably there'll be like a natural... There'll be a natural level at which it will plateau out at. That's fine. Tell you what, let's just get more orchards. I don't know if there is a physical limit to the number of orchards that we can get. I mean, we're about to... I cannot scroll up anymore. I mean, I can zoom out. But when you're zoomed in at the bottom... Alright, the bottom here, I can't scroll up. So, well, there you go. That might be approaching the limit there. 22, 23, sure. We're now getting 50,000 a minute. And each and every one of these is basically adding another 2,000. That's really quite good. Right. 100k, that will be... 4 minutes, by the way, that's fine. Moral distillation. Let's do it. Let's do it. So what are we looking at now? Shadow distillation. 1.2. Total multiplier, 1.2. That's pretty good. That is pretty darned good. Is there anything better? More rice farms? Moral farm. I kind of haven't really invested that much in... maybe let's invest a little bit in the moral farms. The other thing is that we're now getting so far deep into the brew that, you know, it is taking a long time to brew these elixirs. Although, to be fair, I haven't upgraded my elixir production in what feels like a pretty darned long time. So yeah, let's do that. What's going to be the milestone? Maybe 4 points. That'd be kind of good. I'd like to see rice distillation done before we loop it. That being said, I will want to loop it. Yeah. That being said, what blessings are we going to get? The aqueduct will also apply the enrich buff. It's probably got to be that, right? I think it's got to be that. Effects will decay 2 times slower, and that will affect everything. So maybe we just, when we do get our 4th, the moral farm gains the upgrade that increases its elixir gain. That is going to be so good. And we get this. I think we get this. And that will be our 2 points, which we are about to hit, which is quite nice. But I think before we do that, we'll save up for rice distillation. Probably throw in a few more upgrades into mushrooms. Don't mind if I do. We're now up to 263,000 per minute, which is very nice, because that means we can basically get 4 levels per minute at the current rate. Obviously, it becomes more and more expensive. Not exponentially so, but just, you know, incrementally more expensive. That's fine. And there's our second point. I mean, do I need to... In fact, actually, if I reset this, I keep all of these bonuses, don't I? I do keep all of these bonuses. 28 minutes, that's too long. That's too long. Right, let's get rice distillation. And then I think we prestige. Yeah, I think we prestige. We keep the upgrades. We get that. We get that. Water aqueduct. Yep, still very good. Next run. Amazing. We've got all of the multipliers. That is fantastic. The multipliers will be there already. We're still not messing around with the salt mine. I don't care about this. This is super, super valuable for us now. Let's get like a few... There we go. A few upgrades in there. And let's just... for the early stages at least, let's just try and get... There we go. Let's just try and get a few more moral farms up and running. And then whatever it is that feeds the moral farms, it's this sucker. Yeah, let's get 3 of those. And then a few upgrades in here. There we go. Very nice. And where do I want my substance to be coming from this run? Rice farm, orchard. Still the orchard. Because this is gonna give us a huge boost, which is very nice. Okay, there, and then there, and then more aqueducts. Perfect. Very nice. And now we can get nutrition bonuses, we can get orchard bonuses, and we can just level this up in a really nice way because we're going to get all of the bonuses from the elixir. So definitely, I think getting a sort of good, strong elixir system in place is a good thing to do in the first instance. How are we doing? Distillation multiplier 1.2, so it doesn't look like we lost too much time on this. This all looks pretty good. 1.3. It's very good, in fact. Right. Let's get... There we go. Let's get lots and lots of mushroom buffs. That's what we like to see. And... yeah. Moral enrichment has been fully maxed out, which is perfect. And then nutrition. It's time to max out nutrition so that we can truly get the maximum amount of elixir possible. And then with all of that elixir, we are going to buy a whole bunch of hollows. And then we are going to upgrade the life force that we're going to get. And that will really pop things off. Because my morals will go crazy. My orchard will go crazy. And I guess in like 2 minutes flat, we're going to be pretty much back to where we were at last time. Except this time, we have got the ability to enrich our orchard. Which is very, very nice, to be honest. Very, very nice indeed. Right, so life force maxed out, moral enrichment maxed out, nutrition maxed out. We've not got starch yet. So there's still an opportunity for starch. And we're going to do it. We're going to get rice farms. We're going to get starch there. And I wonder how high enhanced morals can go. Probably 10, I would imagine. That's the kind of vibe that I'm getting. Yep, there we go. It's 10. That's fine. We're okay with that. We are very okay with that. Right, we've also got Eternal Flame. Just not that bothered. Elemental, that would be you. Am I that bothered about the aqueducts? I feel like I'm not. I feel like I'm really not. Let's go more mushroom farms. Yeah. That's so satisfying. Looks like a spine, doesn't it? That is very satisfying. Right, so 300,000, that is our target. Let's do starchy rice up to the max. Do I need any more rice farms? I feel like I don't. Elixir gain is 800 for these, so well, maybe that's pretty darn good. But it's 1,400 for these guys. So why would I do... I mean, I suppose I could do this because it will get me more starchy bonuses. And that's reason enough to do it. but in terms of elixir, it is definitely more worthwhile to just get the Morrow farms. Let's also get more aqueducts in order to feed the enrichment levels, which I think is really how I sort of scale things now, especially given that my orchards are producing a heck of a lot. Yeah, I mean, the upgrades that applies the enrich bonuses from the aqueduct to these two guys, it just makes everything so much better, so much more worthwhile. To be fair, I mean, upgrading anything right now feels like a really, really great thing to do. A whole bunch of orchards. I mean, we could really do with some more orchards. That'd be great too. I mean, there's a lot of fantastic upgrades to get here. We are on course for orchard distillation at 300k. Distillation multipliers will decay 30% slower. I mean, we already have that, and you know, we already have that slightly through this, decaying 2 times slower. And you can kind of see the crazy, crazy numbers that we've got stacked up, which is super satisfying. Super satisfying indeed. Let's get life force. Anything that increases life force is good, because that will increase my biological output by even more, which I think is worth doing in and of itself. More rice farms for a little bit more starchy goodness. Very nice. Wow, we are getting 280,000 per minute here. That is kind of bonkers. And you know what? A little bit more investment in the orchard. Sure, a little bit more investment in the hollow to crank out a little bit more life force. Don't mind if I do. And the fact that life force affects all these 3 is just so darn sick. Maybe another aqueduct to get a little bit more enrichment. Don't mind if I do. You know what? Let's skip. Let's get this. Okay, immediately we max that. Immediately it gives us a like 120, 150k boost. Wow, that is incredible. And suddenly we can get orchard distillation. Elemental distillation for 500k. Well, we will have that in less than a minute by my very, very, very rudimentary calculations. Still not invested a single point into the salt mine in this run. And you know what? I am totally okay with that. Right. All in on hollows. As soon as that gives us massively increased acceleration. It's a bit strange that that you can't sort of capture the life force buff unless you go and look at what's going on here. What is it? It's the living effect buff, isn't it? Life force, yeah. Living effect plus 900%. I mean, that is a lot. That feels like a big number. It's like a very, very big number. Let's get some more aqueducts so that we can enrich just a little bit more. So that's going to go from 58 up to 62. It's fine. Hardly the biggest deal in the world, but that's okay. Right, well, we are absolutely going to get ourselves a new prestige point, but we're going to get ourselves a light temple first, because I've got the substance coming in. We're getting a million per minute. Congrats, you've restored all the ruins. That's all the content for this prototype now. Purification. Light temple will apply purified to the brew. Increases the amount of distilled compounds for biological ingredients. Yes. So more biological ingredients means yes, 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 and yes. No, actually, you're magical, aren't you? Well, let's see. I mean, it's not going to go completely crazy, but it is definitely good. We've also got the elemental distillation to get, and we can now get another one, magical distillation here. So what are we getting? Total multiplier. Oh, there's different types of distillation. There's soul distillation and shadow distillation. Okay. Magical distillation will cost us 1.2, and that's, I think, about all that we can get in the distillery. 6 minutes until the next level of points. Purification, more purification. Let's do it. What the heck? Why the heck not? Let's do it. And we did a decent amount of elixir as well. It's not not anywhere near, you know, the level of the mushroom farm, which is 4.84 million. How much are we getting per? We're getting 16,000 per mushroom that we deposit into the vat. Oh, you absolutely love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. Right. Well, I think there we go. A good few upgrades there. I think that will probably do it for now. I really like this. I think this is really good. I expected nothing less. My expectations were high. They were fulfilled. This is really good fun. Overbrew, ladies and gents. You can check it out. It's available. This version is available on itch.io. You know, hopefully, fingers crossed, it's going to be coming to Steam because, I mean, this just, for me, I don't know. These incremental games made by Barry Bob, they just scratch such an incredibly satisfying itch. I love him. I absolutely love him. He's a total goat of the incremental space. Can't wait to play more. Really want to play more. Hope there is more to play. Anyway, folks, thank you ever so much for watching. I've been Orbital Potato. I'll catch you next time. Bye.